tribes.
Hey tribes, what up?
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah, long time that we didn't come, especially together. And so yes, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas in late, and Happy New Year in advance.
This is the video for talking about the first year of Awakening Tribes that we complete in November.
I think end of November or whatever November was.
So we are talking about some challenge, how we improve ourselves, to plans to the next year, 2023, and then. So I hope that you enjoy.
We did. Yeah, Michelle wanted to do a 1 year video for talking about what kind of challenge we passed through. That's why she has some notes.
Yes.
As we said, we try all the time to be as much clear and honest with the video, so we try to do it without cutting too much. Just the win will probably be annoying sometimes.
Yes.
Let's dig in it!
So the first challenge, I think it was learning how to work with social media and also all the applications that we use for editing the videos. We didn't know before starting the channel how to do it, because we are not people that stay all the time in the social media or internet.
Not really.
No. So we needed to learn first all the tips and having a lot of classes through YouTube or internet. So this was a good challenge.
Yeah, like said Michelle, Michelle is kind of a informatician, but more programmer. And I was not coming from at all from informatics. Michelle never really interacted on social media, having some account, but never. And same, I share sometimes, not. But this was obliging us to get out of our comfort zone, as we said before coming. And when you get out of your comfort zone, automatically you will learn new opportunity, or you will have new opportunity to learn things. As she says, learning about how to make videos. I never been good with that. She was not good neither. But we were obliged to make research to work on it. The music, how to cut. So it was not easy, but I think we did it.
Yes, we studied a lot. Yes, we continue studying, we continue to have some classes, trying to interact with people that know better than us. So we keep going in this growth.
We will try. That's why sometimes we do a podcast, sometimes we do live, because we try to see not necessarily what will fit with you guys, but how we can improve our knowledge, our skills, in order to serve what we want to do, the objective, reaching you guys and helping as much people as we've been helped by getting out of this comfort zone.
The second challenge, I think it was to find the best way to do it. As Sam said, do it with lives or doing with just recording, as we are doing right now, and after editing, cut. We don't know, we are trying several things. Now we are sharing our day life. I don't know if we enjoy, it's not easy. It's a need that we need to record all the things and trying to cut, trying to find the best way to do and release a good work. So this is another challenge that we had.
Yeah, because guys, you need to understand that we need to find or relate or attune our experience, what we see around us, and how to make it digestible for most of us, sharing the experience without putting too much emotion, and trying to create content that will be useful for most of us, hopefully. So this is kind of complicated. And then after you have to translate it as a video, learning about hashtag because you need to put certain keywords for being recognized by the whatever the crap is. This is very, very complicated, and it's asking you to work on yourself. I mean, on my part, you will probably come on it. It was a lot of frustration, but with time we learn how to let go, and what is it reach people good, it doesn't.
Exactly.
Our life will continue.
We have some videos that they are very short and easy language. We have some videos that they are deep reflections, so this is sometimes it's hard, so you need to be focused, you need to pay attention. And we have some videos as day life that they are just to share, and it's very fast too. So we are trying several things.
Please comment that are productive, constructive. What you think that we should do. If it's not constructive, keep for you. But definitely, as we keep saying in any video, if you have comments that can help us to increase, or even a subject that
Yes.
and then we can discuss about it. Maybe all together we can find solutions. We are not psychologists, but we have an interest on it.
Okay, third point of challenge is speaking English. For me, it's a little bit difficult because I'm Brazilian girl. I learn English studying here and with my work.
Yeah, I live 7 years in US, but it's been 11 years that I go back and forth.
So for him
American,
is
yeah.
yes, and then for me it's a little bit difficult. So I make lots of mistakes, but it will not stuck me. So I know that little by little I will improve. I will try to reduce my accent, but for me it's a good challenge.
It's a good topic.
Some try to all the time correct my accent. That is very hard, but I will do it.
Which is funny because I still have a strong accent, and through hearing and communicating with Michel every day, not in Portuguese, it will be complicated. I learn also to improve my English, improve the vocabulary. I'm still keeping my French accent because I love it, but I don't pay attention as she don't pay attention on her accent. But I think you do well. Even sometimes American talk, you're like, what? Because the accent is
yeah, and it's the only language that we can do, because the only language that both of us we speak together.
We think about doing some Portuguese video or French video. I did some French video.
I just didn't start yet, but I will do in 2023 for sure.
Yeah, and also you will have people, for example, French people. I love the people in France, but some people were like, no, but you need to do more video in French. Yeah, but also the English people, which is the most population on earth, they need to understand. Oh yeah, but you have Google Translation. It's the same for Portuguese and stuff. So yes, for us it's easier to speak English first because it's helping us to progress, and second, we can be heard by the most population.
Next challenge was to expose ourselves. As we said, we are not social media people, and for me it was a little bit hard. Post once a year, I think, in Instagram or Facebook. I don't like too much to stay all the time in social media. So for me, this exposure, it's a little bit hard, but I'm passing through it, I think pretty well.
Yes, for most of you, it is complicated to have a certain habit and then suddenly taking another way, another road to put yourself in challenging mode. Without challenging mode, we cannot progress. We will only repeat the same behavior over and over. And through the year, we change our behavior a lot. We still have some roots, but the behavior will change. If you don't change it,
Yes.
you will never be able to become aware of your own, I will say, pattern that you used to do, And then you will never get out of your comfort zone, you will never learn. So you will never gain wisdom.
Exactly. So every day it's a good day for start new stuff, for start to change your behavior, or sometimes doing nothing, but try every day, do something different. That it's a good tip. So, and the last one is about perfectionism. It's a good topic. I think one day we are going to make a video about it. So in the beginning, when you start to make the videos, we are all the time to run after the perfectionism to try to release the best work that we could do. But at the same time, sometimes it's kind of stuck, because we all the time can see some mistakes, some things that we could do better, and then it can stuck you, and they can also irritate you. So be perfectionist. Sometimes it's not. We are both Virgo, and sometimes it's difficult for us not be perfectionist. But try not impact it in your life. So all the time to see some defects and try not going through or overpass this kind of behavior.
Yeah, perfectionist is good in certain work, but needs to reach the limit quickly. For example, I remember the first probably 10 videos working on editing video. You find the software, then the software is not good because it doesn't go on what you want to do, or you realize that you don't know how to use it correctly. So it's the fault of someone else, or at this case something else, and you reach a certain point that, like said Michel, you reach the frustration, and the frustration again impacts your frequency. You cannot progress if you are frustrated.
No, and a lot of people, they used to give up because they think that they... No, we will not.
And the less you give up, you have a difference between giving up and let it go. Giving up, you abandon. You're like, what? I want sometimes personally to abandon and say, no, it's too much. I prefer to work on myself, on my own. But at the same time, you will progress, but the objective is not the same. It's more individual. And you will not overpass, like said Michel, or Pocahontas, you will not overpass this limitation that being or becoming or rudely be a perfectionist will create tremendous amount of filter blockage.
Yes.
And you will have obstacle automatically. So you can still be a perfectionist. I'm a deep perfectionist due to the work that I had before. But bro, you don't put any life in danger. You just work for other people. And also you want sometimes to be perfectionist because unconsciously, and I need on my own being honest with that. When you start on YouTube or on social media, you want to be seen. This can only be seen if you work on yourself. And then you realize the perfectionist is not well balanced. And then you need to work on it. If you don't work on it and you abandon, the perfectionist will come back. It's another, I will say, actor that the ego will create. I'm a perfectionist. Everything that I do is perfect. No, nothing is perfect. Only the nature is perfect by the imperfection that she proposed.
I remember when we began, one person told me, you should be more prepared. I didn't like the video because of this and this and this. If you just listen, people, they will all criticize.
Oh, yeah.
They will all. To say something good is extremely difficult. So what I used to do is to filter. Okay, what kind of tips I can take it for me to improve myself, but at the same time, if we we all the time think that we should be prepared for doing something. We will not do anything in this world. I should be prepared to be a mom. I should be prepared to try another work. No, just go, just move on. So this is how is the life. We need to take risks. We need to try stuff, and this is how we grow.
The best way to prepare something is to experience it. I'll give you an example. You can prepare as a military, or military is the best way because you impact the life of others and you risk your life. You can prepare a mission as you want. You can train, repeat it, and ever before going to mission. But the mission never happen as you schedule, as you prepare. So yes, you prepare to have reflex. Yes, you prepare to have the weather, the situation, the environment, how you feel this day will change automatically the things. Your comprehension of an interpretation, the perception will change. If you are tired, you didn't sleep enough. So as said Michel, you need to experience, you need to get out in order to know yourself on many situations. You cannot know yourself if you are just behind a freaking computer and not move, not interact with people. You need to be hurt. You need to hurt yourself. You need to harm others. You need to hurt people because it's a part of the process. I don't mean to punch someone and hurt by yourself and oh no, I want to hurt someone. No, but because sometimes you will use words that is inappropriate in this discussion or the situation, you will hurt someone. It will give you an experience. It will give you wisdom. You need to experience it in order to know yourself, and automatically when you will know yourself, you will gain wisdom, and this wisdom will be spread around you, and in any situation you will at least be more harmonized to respond to this situation.
Yes, I can observe two kinds of people in my life. We have people that they are all the time stuck in their life, not to move on in anything in their life, and just criticizing and waiting to be prepared to do something in their life. And to have others that they are experimenting their life and all the time changing, all the time with several projects in their life. This is what we should do all the time in this life. We are here for it. We are here to experiment in the life. So not be stuck, not wait to be prepared for doing something. Just do it.
Yeah, look, for example, just do it. Just experience it. See, we are not getting out where the storm is coming over there. You cannot reach any stuff because you will be like, oh my God, it's scared. You know, you have a virus, you have a sky, you have a storm. You experience it. It doesn't mean put you in danger that will risk life of others. But like said Michel, life is not waking up at 8 or 6, going to work where you experience shit. You just repeat the same things over and over, thinking that it's different or expecting that you will have a different result, which the result will be automatically the same. At night you will come back, your kids will talk to you, you will not be focused on it because you will have all your tension from the day. So life is about experience. Experience means put yourself in uncomfortable situation that will oblige you to use your intelligence, meaning what you learn from other experience you will be able to apply, adapt, and then react. Now, people right now are automatically reacting and overreacting without really comprehending or at least understanding what's going on inside, and the other one, judging. Again, discernment and judgment are two different things.
Okay.
Next subject.
Next subject is about how we grow personally. So I took some notes and I think we already talked about it.
I personally lost some centimeters. I didn't grow. I go down.
No, look, releasing the pressure, as we are saying, because in the
Yes.
beginning we are like, no, let's do it. In the beginning we started to be like this, with so much pressure, try to run after and do whatever you can do for grow fast. But nowadays we are very releasing day by day the pressure, so we are more enjoying what we are doing than try to.
You can see the number of amount of video that is released. Especially now, we cut the ancient video making short, for being honest, because it's part of the frustration that we were explaining earlier. When you work on one video and the content, you are not the fisher guy just fishing and that's it. So you create a topic or subject that somehow will reach certain people. We are in the world that everything needs to be fast, and we were talking about it. Most of the big channels, especially in spirituality, life coaching, they have minimum 10 years of existence. So they know the rouage, like we said in French, they know how the algorithm in YouTube works, which is complicated for us because you need to make research, we do other activities.
Easy topic for talking in internet. The people are not like very interested on spirituality. They just want to be distracted and fast things just to see pictures or whatever. If you have sometimes deep reflection, they want to lose that time. So
that's showing how people interact with, I don't want to reflect, I want to be distracted, and because my life is distraction, not mine, and I don't want to be focused on something. How many people read at night? How many people watch TV? That's the real question.
And sometimes they don't watch. They just turn on the TV. They see the phone. They cook. They do other stuff, and they are just listen here the TV. So this is crazy for me.
We are living in the world of distraction. Staying at the beach like this, waiting and just observing with yourself. It's a meditative state. How many of us do it? Other than the fishermen guys there and the guys that surf in front of us. Other than that, people will be distracted.
So talking a little bit more about how we grow personally, I think another thing for me is to be more natural. Because in the beginning I was in kind of a robotic way because it was very new for me, and as I said, the language to be exposed. So was hard for me. So I think nowadays I feel a little bit more natural. What do you think about me? Do you think the same?
No, but the fact that you do less videos, I started to do more video, which is for 20 channel or for waking tribe. Michelle have the 2 kids, she works, so it's not easy. And creating content at night and stuff, it's in my mind all the time, I need to release stuff, and video is a good stuff for releasing what I'm thinking. And you have time for everything. Michelle was less comfortable than I at the beginning because I used to talk to people with a large amount of people. So for me it's natural, I don't have any issues. Talking to a video, it's weird because you have nobody to interact with immediately. You don't see. So no, for responding to you, I think from the beginning, yes, progress. A couple of months ago, if I was saying, no, okay, let's go to the beach, recording, no, you need to do at home, and
yeah. So the next things that I put here is to be creative person, because before I start this new task in my life, I used to think that I was not a creative person. I discover a new skill, and I'm very proud of me, what I am creating. Sometimes when I create a short that I like it, or I edit a video, so I'm very proud. So the creativity for me, it was a good growth. And
Yeah,
what about you?
We grow. I will say the letting go.
This is how you think
Yeah,
that you grow.
Yeah, I think the let go, the capacity to release some things that I was like, no, I need, like a perfectionist. Because I'm extremely stubborn. I'm not stupid, meaning if for example, if we talk and I will be stubborn about a new idea or a new concept but after a couple of days, couple of weeks, even sometimes hour, now it's even minute, I reflect, I let go, and I'm like, okay, let's try, let's try. And then I mean, a lot of things was going on since the past 2 years on my side. I mean, it was a lot of things. So automatically all those things interacted with me, helped me to create new opportunity, and I still have more opportunities coming. So I'm talking as an individual. So I will say the let go. I have more capacity of let go with my kids, with my family, with friends. I'm less emotional, which I've never been very emotional person. Doesn't mean that I don't have emotion, but I will detach myself from. So I will say that the let go will be more discernment and less judgment, because when you don't let go, usually you become judgmental. So yeah, I will say that is more.
And the last one for me, it was discover to be able to get more skills, because I thought that because I work, I have kids, or I will never learn something else than I know nowadays that I work with. To discover that I'm able to do it, I'm able to do whatever I want, I'm able to know whatever I want. You just need to go after it. So for me to be able to discover that I can get more skills, it was good also.
You have the only limitation that you have is your thought. What you think you know, it's the coming back on the experience and the wisdom. The more you stay home, the more you will think you know. Because you will repeat the same behavior. So your mind will construct, I will say, a barrier, a protection, like a castle, where everything that you think you know will become your reality. The reality, your reality, our reality is only our reflect of the illusion. The illusion become reality. What you see in the mirror for you is the reality, but sometimes the mirror will show you more older, more fat, more thin, more. So automatically your perception will be, oh no, the mirror. Oh no, I don't like this mirror. No, love this mirror, because this mirror show you some things that is different of your own perception. So the more you experience, the more you will discover stuff on you. Skills, abilities, we all are the same. It's not because Michel is good with code, for example, not the barcode, but the 10100111, binaire, you said, that she will be excellent in mathematics, for example, or she will be excellent until she will get out of her zone and experience it and say, oh, wow, I'm not that bad in mathematics. How many people we are around us saying, oh, I don't have memory.
Yes, me.
And then suddenly they will have an interest on some things and they will memorize the things.
Yes.
Memory is just due to your interest. If you have interest, you will memorize. Some other people will say, no, that's not possible. For me, Michel has a very strong capacity to learn language. I don't, because it doesn't interest me. I think it's boring. Everyone has the same capacity, the same abilities. It's only depend on your choice and your interest to get out and experience life.
Okay, so done with this, and now let's talk about plans for the next year for Awakening Tribes and Train Fit channel. We are planning to share more day life at least once a month. Yes, I record my day life, some record his day life, and sometimes we share. And we are trying to do it for showing you guys that we live like this. It's not just bullshit that we are saying here in the video, but we live like this. So we pass through some situations in our life with our kids, with our relatives, parents, friends, and we try to live our life like this as we share with you our thoughts. It's complicated, and sometimes we make a lot of mistakes too. We are humans. We are here for all the time. Exactly, all the time to keep going and try to be a better person, a better version of you every day.
Never let anyone telling you how you need to be, because you will never live your life. You will live the life of others.
Exactly.
You will live the life that the society wants you to live. Then you will become the slave. And by slave meaning enslavement, you will be inside this castle, thinking that you are free, but you are into the castle. You cannot experience what is happening outside. So whatever the attachment you have, whatever the interest you have, just try it. Get out. Because if not, and it's part of making plan. When you make plan, you start to put your intention and said, okay, I will do it. And unconsciously, sometimes your intention will work, and you will start to work on the visualization, which is a mystical work that we should all learn at school instead calculating and learn shit, because this will construct your life. The way I visualize my life since I'm kids, the way I live my life, free, with automatically some certain condition that you need to respond of it. Look the moon over there.
And show the stuff.
And there you are. Sorry, I couldn't. Look at that, beautiful. I don't know why the sun is over there, because normally it should be there. So the moon.
So we are trying to invest more in lives for the next year, because we can exchange in life with people, and we had a good experience this year doing some lives, and just keep going.
It's funny because I reach personally the number, for example. Because if not, you do it for nothing. I said to Michelle, we will reach on December 500.
Yes.
And I said by February, we will be at 700. Boom.
Let's see.
Let's see.
The first goal.
Because I work less on developing the things, I just let go.
For the end message, we would like to say for this end of the year that we are living kind of a chaos in the world. So we have some war, we have some new virus coming. So, and all the time is to make us
Distracted.
Feeling fear. So we just would like to give the message that keep going in work in yourself, to know more yourself, to work with your emotions, to understand more, not be distracted all the time with those bullshit that is just for put fear on us. Good?
Yeah, we are managed, we are guided, if I may say so, by emotional, which is TV, phone, social media, cinema, radio. We are into the period, like said Michel, chaos, and chaos is mandatory to make a new cycle. Fire is a cycle. So again, like she said, the more you know yourself, the more you work on yourself, the more you will be focused on your own emotion, and you will realize what is going on. Not necessarily all, but at least you will not be impacted by it. doesn't mean that you're selfish. I don't think personally that I'm selfish. Some people think I'm selfish. Fine for them. Maybe some people, I know them, think that Michelle is selfish because she works on herself. I live with her, she's not selfish. Some idiot will say, yeah, but normal, two selfish, they go together. Just shut the mouth. Selfishness is knowing by learning and working on your own self in order to be open to others with discernment. If I don't work on myself, I will continue to be selfish as it is in our society, meaning individualist. I will not help the other people. I will not try to help the society to become better. Just a drop of water. And I will not help myself to be a better person and try to be as much lovely for myself and for others.
Yes, so this is it. So again, guys, thank you for watching. If you reach the end, Merry Christmas again, Happy New Year.
That's another question.
And we see you next year. Make some comments, put your like if you really like, and bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and wish you all the love for 2023, which will be a complicated year.